Increasingly seeing firms with lower ESG scores finding favor with investors. It's a very different ballgame of what we saw last year when ESG was the flavor of the market. But tell us, Nimesh, what is the data telling you?
Surya, we all talk about ESG and the ESG funds and all. In fact, it's been in the fashion for the last decade now, right? But now, if you look at for the last couple of years, and ITC being a classic example, hitting a new high, I've looked at the data and it's very interesting. A lot of the non-ESG stocks are now back on the investors' radar. Let me just go to the wall and explain as to why I'm saying this. So the big thing is, are we seeing a dialing down of the ESG discount? That's a big discussion point. Now, look at the data, and that will explain you why I'm saying this. The non-ESG stocks are back on the investors' radar. ITC has pipped HDFC and has become the 7th largest firm in terms of market cap. So that shows the kind of move you've seen in ITC for the last 2 years. In fact, just look at the overall data of ITC as well. ITC's FI holding has also gone up in the last 2 years from 12.5% to 14.5%. So there has been a big move as far as the holding in ITC from the larger FIs is concerned. Even if you look at the other data, ITC is one stock which is part of that big ESG basket, but that's not the case at all. It's actually moved up from 207 to all the high of 409 now. So almost a 100% up move in the last 2 years in ITC stock. But if you look at, I've just looked at the Nifty 50 companies and companies where there has been a high ESG concerns, and look at the stocks now. HDFC Life, the FI holding has gone up from 26%, 25.5% all the way to 30%. Power Grid stock, the FI holding has gone up from 28 to 32%. Same is the case with NTPC, 12% to 15, 16 odd percent. In L&T, the stake has gone up from 22 to 24%. So there has been a big move in holdings of this, these companies. Even Bharti Airtel, ITC. I spoke about ITC, but look at Coal India. Coal India and ITC are the two big names among the ESG basket. Even there, the holding has gone up from 6.5 to 7.5%. So there has been a stake hike in Coal India as well. So this is a Nifty 50, but not only Nifty 50. Even outside of Nifty 50, there has been a big move, and FIs have increased the stake in a lot of stocks. The first stock that stood out for me is GNFC. The FI holding has gone up from 10% to 20%. That's a big move as far as holding is concerned. NCC stake has gone up from 13.5 to almost 20% for FIs. KNR Construction again from 2% to 6%. Insecticides India has gone up from 4.5 to 6.5. So there are a lot of these mid-cap companies as well where FI holding has gone up despite the low ESG score. Garden Reach is one name, Ratnamani Metal is the other name, Jay Kumar is another stock where the FI holding has gone up from 8.5 to almost 10 odd percent. So this is what the real picture says. While we speak about ESG, the non-ESG stocks have done well. In fact, this is not an India phenomenon. Even if you look at globally, things have really changed. The ESG funds have witnessed outflows for the first time in a decade, and that outflow is close to $400 billion. And that's the Reuters data that I'm quoting. And it also says that there is a change of heart among the global investors. So even if you look at the performance of ESG funds, for the first time, the ESG funds have started underperforming the non-ESG funds. So that's clearly the focus that funds have started moving back to non-ESG companies, and that explains the move in ITC. That explains the fact that even in Coal India, the stake of FIs have gone up. And there are a lot of nifty companies where the low ESG score is low, but the FI holding has started going up, and that shows that the focus is back on non-ESG companies.
Okay, thanks a lot, Nimesh, for that. In fact, Pankaj, you were making this point about FMCG, about IT.